We here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Linwood Jackson Radio Show. We are here live at the home of boxing, championship boxing, International Boxing Hall of Fame. We have one of the greatest referees in the game, Mr. Tony Weeks. Tony, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, brother. How you doing?
I'm fabulously well. What do you think about this year's inductees?
Well, no, thank you. Another great class of people, well deserving to be in the Hall of Fame here. And you know, it's always a pleasure and an honor to be on this sacred ground.
Well, you know, this year is a little special, a little bit different. You've been coming up here year after year, I know. But, again, this one's a little special. We got the champion, one of the greatest. We're celebrating the life of Mr. Muhammad Ali. He's been, he's gone home services today. Tell us some of your thoughts with Muhammad Ali.
Well, you know, I was blessed to be able to see him fight. I tell people of the next generation, the next generation that you really miss something. They're not seeing Muhammad Ali fight.
The younger generation's coming up today.
Yes, when he fought, the world stopped to watch, and that was definitely something special that we witnessed. As fans, whether you were a fan, whether you were just a casual watcher of the sporting event, you watched when Muhammad Ali fought, and he epitomized everything that a champion has. His will was second to none.
Yes, it was, and you're right. The world stopped to watch the champ, the greatest performer. I remember they turned the TV, everything stopped. Everybody was in front of the black and white TV, watched the fight, But, Muhammad, he was good with his mouth. He always talked. A lot of the older folks before that, the Joe Louis fans, and they would be like, they never heard a guy speak like that, and they wanted to shut him up and see him lose and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And, but, Tony, all right, speak on that for a little bit.
Well, during the days of the Joe Louis and the Jack Johnsons, and a black man really couldn't speak out too much.
Right.
And Ali definitely turned the corner on that, and he inspired other athletes to turn the corner on that and to speak out and become a man. When you look at when he took his stance. In refusing to go into the Vietnam War, and when you had Jim Brown and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and a host of other athletes who stood with him, they also took a chance.
Right.
So all those things has to be recognized because Ali inspired all that for everybody. It's time to stand up and be a man and be who you are, not afraid to be who you are.
As an athlete, you do have stature. Use the platform that the good Lord blessed you with to do something good in the community and help your fellow man rise. We all rise when people speak out and do the right thing. Yes. Ali did sacrifice a lot when he refused to go into the draft, for example, fighting a fight that he didn't have a part of. He was big time in civil rights and activism as well. And so I agree 100%. Now, Mr. Tony Weeks, one of the greatest referees in the game today. Everybody says that, so I'm going to give you your props. And but you just came back from China. Tell us about your trip over in China.
Yes, we had the IBF convention over in Beijing, and we had a great time. I visited the Great Wall of China, which is one of the great wonders of the world. Mike Tyson was there, Roy Jones Jr., Jimmy Lennon. And we had actually the IBF had a world title fight there in Beijing, and China's trying to bring back boxing in China. For a while it's been banned, so they're trying to bring boxing back to China, and it was just a wonderful time, and just an amazing country, and amazing people, very very hospitable, very nice.
Now, do you give boxing seminars over there, or?
Yes, well, actually, myself and Earl Brown, who's a referee out of New Jersey, we gave the referee seminar for the IBF. anytime I'm requested to do a seminar, it's a blessing to be able to spread knowledge to the people, to our fellow comrades, referees from around the world. Someone helped me when I was coming up. Now it's my time to help somebody else coming up.
I know that's right. In other words, you're not afraid to mentor the young folks coming up. And so, give us one of your tips. What would you share to young folks listening who may be interested in becoming a world recognized referee, such as Tony Weeks?
Oh, thank you. Well, first of all, know what you're getting into. It's not all glitz and glamour. You definitely, there's a lot of pressure being in that ring. Ultimately, you have the two fighters' lives in your hands, and it's a tremendous responsibility to have someone's life in your hands. And also getting in it for the right reasons, not for the fame, not for the money, but for the love of the sport. When you have the love of the sport, you have a different mentality. When you have a different mentality, you have a different outlook, and that outlook would be projected by the work you put in that ring.
I know that's right. And it's the same work ethic that you would take in any occupation, I'm sure.
Yes.
Now, we see you quite often up here. My brothers and I come up here every year, pretty much last 15 years anyway. I'm here with my brother, James Jackson. He's a fighter of sorts. I don't know about boxing. You got a question for the great referee, Tony Weeks, James?
Yes, I just had one question. I was just wondering, the first time that you ever saw or met Muhammad Ali, do you remember what went through your mind being in the midst of someone that powerful and that great?
Yes. Well, actually, when I first moved here, when I first moved to Las Vegas in '95, I would go down to Richard Steele's gym, which was called Nevada Partners, and work out with the fighters. And one day I happened to come into the gym, and all these reporters and news people were in the gym, and I was like, what's going on? And I thought maybe it was for Mike Tyson, because that was like around the same time he got out. And I'm sitting there, and the doors open up, and I see people walking in, and I looked, and it was like Muhammad Ali, and then I was like, I was froze. I couldn't actually be, because I grew up watching this man. I love this man. I love what he stood for. I love what he did for everybody. And here he is to be in the flesh and actually walking towards me.
Wow.
and kind of, threw out a little playful jab. But that was Muhammad Ali. And, I respect stars, but I don't really get starstruck. But when he came in, it was different, because he is and will always be a cultural icon.
Wow.
I agree. I couldn't concur more. Tony Weeks, we're going to let you go. I know you're having a great time here at the International Boxing Hall of Fame 2016 induction weekend. You have anything you want to share with your fans?
Well, hey, I appreciate, the outpouring of love and support, for referees, not only just for myself, but for referees, period, because it's a very, very tough job. And a lot of times people don't understand what we do or appreciate what we do. But, when people come up to me and want to shake my hand or take pictures or sign their autograph or something, it's not so much that they see me on TV. To me, it's saying that they appreciate and acknowledge the work that I do. And I really want to thank them for that.
Well, we want to thank you, Tony Weeks, for doing a great job in the ring. We know it's a tough job, and it takes a tough skin, a tough man like yourself, and then you spreading the love as well and giving back and sharing that knowledge. That's the main thing. Our young kids need that knowledge and mentorship and, to straighten out what's going on out there, these issues today.
And I want to thank you guys for putting on these shows and spreading the knowledge to the people. Knowledge is power. The word gets out there, and people need to hear this. People need to see this, and you guys help facilitate that.
Oh, yes.
All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lone Judge Radio Show. We got Tony Weeks here at the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Tune in next week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot, Tony.
Thank you. And the pretty lovely ladies here out here. Get that on camera.
Oh, the volunteers. Yeah, the volunteers. All right, we don't have a camera, but this is ready, yo. What you doing? All right, y'all heard it. We want to thank the volunteers in Canastota, New York. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you later. Lone Judge Radio Show.
Appreciate you.